Night terrors. Madison groaned as she read the assignment for the day. She slumped over her desk, not brave enough to look up when the quiet snickers started around her. Today's topic in psychology was dreams and nightmares, and one of the subheadings on the screen read Night Terrors. She didn't have to look to know they were staring at her. Ever since an all-girls slumber party back in 4th grade, Madison had learned to dread certain topics. Dreams, sleep paralysis, nightmares, because it always came back up. Just like that, the laughter grew louder. "Maddie can tell you all about hers," a boy said behind her. More laughter followed. Madison shrank in her seat, heat rushing to her face. What made it worse? The ones who had been there never laughed. They knew. It was always the others, the ones who'd only heard the story secondhand, who thought it was funny. She kept her eyes fixed on the notes in front of her, shutting out her classmates. The teacher explained that centuries ago, artists depicted night terrors as demons crouched on the chests of sleeping victims. Modern science, he added, dismissed this as superstition. Night terrors were simply extreme nightmares occurring during sleep paralysis, where the dreamer only thinks they're awake. But Madison knew better. You can open your eyes. You can hear. You can feel the sheets against your skin, smell your room, see the flicker of light from your nightstand lamp. You can feel it watching you, its presence. The last one had happened nearly a year ago, but the memory was always there, waiting. She'd been dreaming about work. Madison was upset with a coworker. Something small clued her in that it was a dream. Then her phone buzzed, yanking her out of it. She blinked, groggy. Her room was dark. The light from her phone's screen had gone out. That's when she heard the hum. A faint, static-filled song drifted from the corner of the room, the radio. She didn't own a radio. It took her a moment to realize that, long enough for the pit to form in her stomach, but there it was, a small glowing shape near the bookshelf, emitting a soft blue light. The song grew louder, but warped like it was underwater. She tried to reach for her phone. Her arm wouldn't move. That's when the fear set in. That's when she realized what this was. That's when she felt it. The sheet tugged just slightly from under the bed. A pulling sensation. Madison was frozen. Her heart pounded. She knew the feeling. It was back. She was trapped. Then she heard it. Something moving under the bed. Not crawling, running. But upside down, clawing across the underside of the mattress. The tugging grew stronger. She couldn't move, couldn't scream, couldn't breathe. The room spun. The music from the radio shrieked and broke into static. Her sheets tightened around her as if they were being dragged down into the floor. She screamed at herself to wake up, over and over, her last resort. And with a violent jolt, she came to. Silence. She lay in the bed, soaked in sweat, ribs aching from how hard she was breathing. Safe, awake, not in that place anymore. Not frozen, not trapped. Madison blinked away the memory. The classroom came back into focus. Her hands trembled slightly as she gripped her pencil. She didn't try to remember them. They found their way back on their own. Her teacher's voice droned on, listing the theories: stress, trauma, overactive brainwaves. Then he asked, "What do you think causes night terrors?" And Madison felt her stomach turn, because suddenly a new thought surfaced, one she'd never asked before. What does it want? Her skin went cold. What if night terrors weren't just a symptom or a glitch in the brain? What if something was reaching through the dream, watching, waiting, searching? What happens when it finally finds what it's looking for? Madison closed her eyes and exhaled sharply, not caring if anyone heard. She didn't want the answers. Not now, not ever. Stay tuned for the next dark and scary short.